If you are a single lady, please scroll by. Mm. If you are a single lady again, scroll by. This post is not for single ladies. So if you're a married woman, come closer. Yes, married woman, please come closer. Especially those of you that you tag yourself as understanding housewife. This post goes out to you. The first thing I'll first tell you is this, eh? I'm not saying you should not love your husband though. Love him the way you can, or the way you are taught to, or brought up to. But one thing I want to hammer on is this. As you are doing that, your understanding housewife, always remember something. You have to study the man you're married to. Check if he is those men that are flex lords. What do I mean by flex lords? You see, there are some men, either you are doing understanding housewife or no understanding housewife. There are some men, they value enjoyment more than anything. Enjoyment, that is the first thing. They don't understand. They don't think about the future. They don't invest. They don't invest towards the future of the family. The first thing that comes to their mind once money enter their hand immediately like this is to follow friends and go and flex. So you that you're understanding housewife, and we know now as an understanding housewife, you go manage very well. You sabi manage. If he gives you 2-5, you will find a way to ensure that that 2-5 will cook the best of the best. So, Madam Understanding Housewife, this is for you. You see that your husband, that is giving you the barest minimum at home to cook whatever you want to cook for yourself and your kids. Have you studied him? Is he the type of man that thinks about the future? Is he transparent as regards accountability of how his income is? Even if you are not an understanding housewife, that is the one that the husband even has, have you watched him? Like, have you studied him well to know that he is not a flex lord? Who do I mean by flex lord, or what men are flex lord? All those men have no futuristic plan for his own family, for himself, or even the kids in that marriage. All they are just after is go to parties, spend money, show off. And trust me, most of them are cheats. Not even most, all of them are cheats. All they are just after is to be flamboyant so that they can get the next woman to sleep with. And also look good for their friends. All they're after is to use their money to showcase to their friends that they can get the best of the babes. That's their money, according to how their money is, can get. While you are at home, forming understanding housewife, Mrs. Management. Madam, please, if you love yourself, start collecting money from that your man and start saving it secretly. You see that money that you're saying, this money, let us use it to do this one, let us use it to do that one, and they'll be like, okay, I've heard you, we will do it. And he has never done it. He's spending it for someone else out there. You can't change him. He has been a spoilt brat from when he was young. He might not be from a rich family, but they have already spoilt him by giving him everything that he asked for when he was young, without holding him accountable for anything. And that is how it has always been. You might not notice this when you guys were dating, but it's when you get to the house, you will know. FYI, as time goes on, the families will start telling you, you guys have been together. You guys have not even tried to buy land or even build your own house or one thing like that. Because they are noticing, it is still you, they will shift that blame on. Despite the fact that they know that their son has always been irresponsible as regards futuristic plans. Let me now teach you something, understanding wife. Learn before you start siphoning money from this your flex lord of a husband, and you are keeping it secretly, setting it aside for your own future investment. First of all, go to your mother-in-law. Talk to her about how her son is irresponsible as regards doing something or planning for the future, let her realize it. Most of these mothers will say, it is the cost from the father's family. It is the cost from the mother's family. They will tell you to let us go to church, follow them to church. Follow them to church. Even join them in prayers. Do you understand what I'm telling you? So that they will not know that you have your own plan. My dear, it cannot change you, but at least they will see that you are still a good wife while you are taking money from that your so-called flex lord of a husband and setting it aside for yourself and your kids. Either you eventually use it to buy land or use it to buy a house which you will rent out without him knowing. FYI, he doesn't need to know. Because as a flexor that he is, all he's after is always to live a flamboyant lifestyle. And many times have you told him, this money that you are using, why not let us use it for something? Or give me the money, let me use it to start something. So and they will tell you, don't worry, I have one business upcoming. How many times have you told him that? And you still think you will continue this way? Listen to me. He will never give you money to put down something tangible. So what you need to do, you see that shoe, that bag, that jewelry that you are seeing, tell him that you want to buy it. Trust me, he's going to give you the money. So far, it is not for something tangible or something that is towards investment. He will give it to you, triple the price, buy that thing, then set aside that money. Please, you collect that money under the pretext of flexing, because that's the only way you can get money from this kind of men. So in your own interest, Madam Understanding Housewife, if you don't spend that money, my dear, remember, it will always tell you to buy this, buy that, buy this, and cook it for him to eat, because why? He loves to eat the best of the best. Whereas forgetting that the future is just behind the house, waiting for everybody. And if you don't plan for the future, forget it. That family is a failure and your kids will suffer. So it is left for you to stand up and be a man and start investing towards your future and the future of your kids. I'm not saying you should not be an understanding wife or housewife or being a woman who manages the home well. My dear, use your brain. Or because you are understanding housewife doesn't mean you should be so fired for a flex load especially.